Welcome to the channel and welcome to a still quite a chilly workshop. If you've been on the community page or the Facebook page, you'll have seen I've got a bag of, well, essential tools from Aldi. I was quite surprised. I thought they were backing off on their DIY stuff recently. The last 3 or 4 months has been nothing. I'm certain the DIY tab on their website also disappeared at one point. But no, they're back with some new DIY stuff, Ferrex and Workzone stuff. So I popped over there on Thursday, which was a couple of days ago, and got some, as I said, some essential goodies. So that's the thing planned for today, to go through it. I also want to do a quick shout out to Rob over at Weekend Shedhead. I'll put a link down to his video. Thanks for the shout out, mate, much appreciated. Right, let's get down to the overhang. I've got me bag of toys. I'll show you what I got. Okay, let's have a quick shove to what I picked up. Let me know what you think of the sound quality on this one for the overhead. I've changed my mic. I'm just trying something different and see if it sounds any better. Anyway, right, let's plough on with what I've got. Now I went over to the one in Manchester. There's 2 in Manchester City Centre. The one in the Arndale is absolutely useless because it doesn't hold tools, and then the one in Ancoats, which is a slightly smaller store, which turns out, looking at, if you go over to Rob's Weekend Shedhead recent video, the one he shows what they had in their Aldi store nearby, and it was just rammed. The one I went to wasn't as good. I have three or four more others nearby, so I might pop over and get some other bits. But this is what I picked up. Right, we'll start off with whatever's on the top of the bag. Bungee cords. Always have these. I've got a stack of them, but they seem to have lost their elasticity recently, so I thought I'll pick a new one up. These were £3.49, and what have we got here? We've got pack of 8. We've got 2 40cm, 2 60, 2 80, wow, and 2 1 metre ones with metal hooks. So you know what these are like. Let's just pop this open. They are what they are, really, aren't they? The bloody bungee cords. Yeah, they've got a lot more flex than the other ones. Always useful to have knocking about for one thing or another, particularly in the workshop and the camper van. So let's put those out the way. Next thing, Ferrex masonry drill bit set. I do have some drill bits, don't really replace them that often, so I should replace them more often, but I thought this was, what was this? Now let me just check on it. Drill set, this was £3.99, and it's quite a, oops, let's get a knife and cut this open. Quite a nice set, I thought. What have we got in here? Let's have a quick shove on the back. So it contains 3 3mm, 3 4mm, 3 5mm, 2 6mm, 2 8mm, and 2 10mm. Again, I think the ones I've got are pretty much worn out, so pick those up. £3.99. I picked this up. This has been out for quite a while, and I thought I'd give it a go. I do have some LED lights that are down the side of the workshop in front of me here, actually. And they're playing up. I've had about 6 years now, and they're starting to blow up a little bit. So I thought I'll try one of these solar security lights from Workzone, and see what it's like. So let's have a quick shove. Let's open this up and have a look, see what you get. So it doesn't really say much on it. What have we got here? Not much detail on it. Obviously, it looks like it's got a sensor on it. Oh, there we go. 0 cost, solar powered. PIR detector, I think that's a motion sensor, cordless and waterproof. So what do we get in here? Obviously we get instructions, a lot of instructions, and we've got the unit. That's quite a big unit, that. Mounting holes. Is that a backlight? That looks like it's a backlight on it as well, doesn't it? So it lights, so when you put it on, it'll light back as well. On and off light. I'm assuming there's different options there to turn. Ow! Well, yeah, well, the batteries are charging, nothing else. It's just an on. Oh, it must be a timer to go off when you need. Oh yeah, just a quick one. So that's what's in there. So these screws. Yeah, screws and mounting things. Don't need those. I'll shoot it straight to the shed. But I thought that's quite bright. You know what? Give me a second. Let's go turn the lights off in the shed, and we'll see how bright that actually is. Oh, that's the back one. Yeah, we'll see how those go. If they're good, I'll pick up another few. Alright, that's a motion sensor, isn't it? Right, I'm going to turn that back up. Right, so that's that. Is there anything else on here? Let's have a look. See, just details. 3-year warranty.
there anything on here about how bright it is? Secure, lots of warnings. Charging, so it's just pretty much technical. Well, it's quite a big battery in it. 12 milliamp power battery, 3.7 volts. Output 1.4 watts, which is that about a equivalent to a 20 watt bulb? That's not bad, I think. Yeah. Happy with that. So we'll see how they go. That was on offer because that was reduced down to what was it? Sensor assortment. Bear with me now. $4.99, and I think this was originally, I think they were $7 or $8.99. So let's put that back in its box. Put that over there. Next thing, workshop essentials, angle bracket set. I've got stacks of these. These are really useful. Now these were $2.99. Lots of different angles, just useful for fixing stuff. I've been using these recently on our front door because the frame came a little bit loose until we get a new front door. We get plates so you can, you know, bend these into whatever shape you want. They've already drilled out. I just found these really useful to have knocking around in the workshop. I've got a stack of them, and whenever they turn up, I just buy another set. So, just a workshop essential. So we've got the zinc plated, rust resistant. I just found them really, really good. So let's just quickly go through what we've got. We've got 6-piece corner brackets, 20 by 25, 8-piece corner brackets, 40 by 40, 6 50/50s, 2 63/63s, 2 25/30s, 8 19/19s, metal plates, 75 18mm long, 4 of those, and 2 large 100mm by 220mm ones. So again, really useful piece of kit. I say in total there's 38 pieces in there. So that's that. Now, they had a number of drain cleaners in there. They had the pump ones, and then they had the big ones that run through. I like this idea because we have in our bathroom we have a shallow mounted catch thing, what you call it, trap in the bottom, and we've got one of the things you push through and pull back out again, and it just won't go around the corner. So I thought I might try this. So it says flexible drain cleaner, cleans pipes, drains without use of chemicals. And I think that's a trigger, and you pull it. Yeah, you put it down there. What does it do? Guide to the end of the hose pipe, to the hose into the pipe, cleaned up. Point of blockage. Expand. Oh, I see. Do you push it through? You know what? Let's get it open and give it a clean. Give it a clean. Give it a go. It's just a manual thing, right? So I'm assuming you put that down. That's flexible to go through. That's fairly flexible. And then let's just say squeeze. Oh, I see. So you can grab it and then pull it back. Or does it twist as well? I think it twists as well. Yeah, so you put it in there, push it through. Push that, pull it back out again. That might be useful. I'm not sure if that'll make it round the bend in the house, but it might do. But yeah, that was. Hold on a minute. That was $4.99. That was £4.99. Right, so that's that. Right, let's get this out of the way. Last thing I got was they had a number of multi-sensors, Ferrex multi-sensors. They had moisture sensor, a distance measurer, and then they got this one, this multi-sensor one, which I thought would be useful because, let's just go through, it's for detecting power supply lines, metal, wood behind walls, LCD display, additional depth measurement, so it gives you a depth of how thick the surface is, battery status display, automatic switch on and off. So I'm going to need a 9-volt battery, so I'll go grab one of those in a second. I've got one of these because, firstly, it's a stud finder, and it also means we're doing any work because we've got some work in our bedroom to do. You can scan a wall before you start drilling to make sure there's no power cables in it. So let's open this up. I said I don't think it's got a battery in it, but I think I've got some. So this was $9.99. They were all $9.99. that. We've got some instructions. Is that the quick? That's the warranty card. Again, with these ones, I'm assuming it's got it's got a 3-year guarantee on that. So we've got this. Oh, it's got a battery in it. That's helpful, isn't it? It's alright. Let's have a quick feel around it. So it's got rubber sides on it. It's got soft pads on the bottom. A little bit, so it's got something there. So let's try and turn it on. Alright, so you get options for stud. So what AC is. Depth, metal. Oh, AC is back there. AC. It's obviously alternating current, isn't it? Don't know what that's for on the side. Turn that off. And there's something on the side here. Don't know what that is. Right, you know what I'll do? I'm going to have a quick shufty at this. And then we might go and run around the workshop and see if we can give it some testing on some stuff. Because I've got some buried wires and I've got some stud work in here. So let's do that. Right. Let me go read the instructions. Okay, I've been through the instructions. They're quite detailed. There's lots of warnings, obviously, because you're trying to work out where electric is and things like that. But you turn it on. There's a button on the side. You choose what you want to do. So let's say you want to pick out a stud. You press and hold against the surface, meaning where you don't want it to be a stud, for instance. Press and hold. You get 2 beeps. It's scanning, and then you move across. Obviously, it's saying there's a stud there because it's just picking up everything behind it. Same with the AC is the electric, so you can do that. If you're not picking anything up with that, you can try metal in case the cable's been metal shielded. The depth, I'm not quite sure what that is. I might have to play around with that a bit more. But I thought we'd run around the workshop and we'll see how it works. I thought we'd do by checking if it'll pick up studs. So we're going out the workshop, basically so it's easier to film. I'm going to run down the side of the workshop and you should be able to see, because I've got a wooden shed where the studs are, and you should be able to confirm that by the screw and nail holes. So let's flip round. Okay, so let's just check this stud. So we know there's a stud here because of the nail holes. So let's just see. We're going to scan it here where there's nothing behind it. 2 beeps. It's not working so well, is it? It might be picking up because there's this has been lined. There's a panel, a gap, and then a panel again, so it's possible. So let's try going to depth, and we'll try that. So let's try depth. So there might be other structure in it, I'm not sure. Let's just try. So we know we've got these buttons, there's nothing behind it, so let's just try it on the door. We know we have one going across here, so let's try that depth again. That seems better. I don't like using the depth gauge. Yeah, that seems better. Right, let's see if we can find something for the AC. So, hopefully you can see set to AC. You can see the cable next to it. Picking the cable up perfectly. And then we run off and it runs back. So we're going to go back again. Yeah. The AC, so
it's picking up. It's not picking up the studs. I think it was in a plaster wall. Try to find stuff through plasterboard. It might be working a bit better. I'm using boards here. I might have a play around with it in the house and see, because I know there's some studs in the living room behind some plasterboard, and see if that works better. So I'm gonna have a quick look at that. I know there's studs in here, so let's just have a quick. Stud there. Definitely one there, which there is. So I know in this wall, because we've got power here and it goes all the way up to my neon light, there is an armoured cable that comes up here. So I've set this to, see, metal. And we'll give this one a go. So it's definitely picking up the metal cover that goes over the cable. So yeah, it seemed to work quite well in the house through plasterboard, picking up the metal trunking for the power cable, as well as picked up the studs in that wall. There's loads of studs in that wall. You might have seen it coming in and going out. There's quite a lot of timber in there. It's an old wall that's had a serving hatch cut into it, and then we've cut into it, and then we've strengthened it and put extra timber struts in to allow for the kitchen units that are on the opposite side. So they did quite well picking that up. Within the shed, I think the issue is because I've got timber board, a timber stud, and then a timber board behind it. I think it's picking up the gap initially, and as soon as it picks up the stud, it's freaking out because it's picking up both bits of timber. So I think that's a problem purely with that. So if that's a limitation, it's a limitation. It's not designed for that. It's designed to be used in a house. If you're drilling into a wall, that you can find out there's power where the stud is. So I think it does quite well with that. Again, I think you need to come from both sides to get the edge. I think that sensor runs off quite a bit. I think the way the sensor's probably shaped. But yeah, I think that's going to be a good piece of kit to have in the house for doing DIY. Even just gives you an indication of what might be in that wall. I think that's worth 10 quid for buying this one. So that's my quick walkthrough of my essential new tools and bits and pieces I picked up from Aldi. Now, I did say I was going to go back to Rob's video. He had that angled, if you've watched it, I'll put a link down below. He had the angled ruler level thing. That looks really good. I'm going to have to pop out and go pick one of those up. He did a really good review of that. I'm going to leave it over to him. Run over that, go see what he said about it. But yeah, I think I definitely need to have one of those for in here. So I might have to pop out later to go to another Aldi and pick that up. Right. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Cheers.